Adventures of Ellen White and the Pioneers. Fireworks from Heaven.
In 1833, just 2 years after William Miller started preaching that Jesus was coming soon, another wonderful sign happened. Now I'm going to show you another date and see if anyone knows what happened on this day. That was the day a great shower of stars fell from heaven, just as Jesus had said it would happen someday as a sign to let people know his coming was getting closer. Did you ever see a star fall? What does it look like? Yes, it looks like shooting fireworks, and it shoots across the sky so fast and so brightly. In the story last time about the great dark day, we remember how the disciples went to Jesus and asked him, "What shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" And this is what Jesus told them. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. But the verse did not end here. There's still more to it that we will read now. And the stars shall fall from heaven. That's what we find in Matthew 24 verse 29. And in Revelation 6 verse 12 and 13 we read, "The sun became black, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth." From that verse we see that Jesus gave 3 signs that would be seen in the heavens. First, the sun would be dark. Second, the moon would look like blood. And third, the stars would fall. That does not mean the regular stars in the heaven that we see every night, but it means the meteor stars that shoot across the sky. The children who saw the dark day and the red moon were grandmothers and grandfathers when God gave the next great sign to show that Jesus' second coming was getting closer. It was just about midnight on November 13, 1833. Most people were already in bed, sleeping peacefully. But a few people were still awake at this late hour, maybe walking home from a program or from visiting a relative. Suddenly, a bright light shot across the sky. It was a shooting star. Then another, and still more, until the whole sky was becoming bright with flashes of light. Stars were falling like rain. The word spread quickly from house to house. "Get up quickly and see the falling stars. Hurry if you want to see stars raining down from heaven." Soon many people were outside looking up into the heavens. What a beautiful sight it was. But some of the people became frightened. Why was this happening? What did it mean? Was the world coming to an end? The people talked together. Some went into their houses to pray, but others fell down on their knees right in the street or in their yards and prayed. Some ran to the church to search the Bible together for an answer, and others ran to their neighbors or relatives to confess something wrong that they had done. Stars fell in every direction, north, east, south, and west, but they all came from one point in the sky, and that's just like the Bible said it would happen in Revelation 6 verse 13. "And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind." Untimely figs means green figs that are not quite ripe yet. If you could ever see a fig tree during a storm, when a strong wind is blowing and the figs are not ripe yet, but still green, then you would see that the figs just shoot off in all directions from the tree. But if the figs were already ripe, then that would not happen. The ripe figs would be heavy, and when a strong wind blew, they would just shake loose and drop straight down to the ground. So now the people could see the stars shooting off in all directions, just like green figs being cast off, which means being thrown off a tree. And the sign was happening just exactly as God had said it would. No one had ever seen so many meteor stars fall at one time, and no one had ever seen a star shower last such a long time. The stars fell from about midnight until morning, bright and swift and beautiful. Finally, the last of the stars stopped falling, and nothing else happened. But the people could not forget what they had seen. What did it mean? Many people began to think seriously about the way they had been living. Some decided to study their Bibles more, to find out just what God wanted them to do to get ready for His soon coming. Ellen was about 6 years old when the stars fell. I'm sure she thought it was such a beautiful sight to see all those shooting stars. But later, when she was older and heard Mr. Miller preach from the Bible, that the falling stars were one more sign and proof that Jesus was coming soon, then she became very happy. William Miller had been preaching that Jesus was coming back soon. Could he be right? More people decided to go and hear what Mr. Miller was preaching. Come and join us next time to hear about a very difficult arithmetic problem.